kissing allowed in the movies, but we can create babies. So 2500, we will be 20% of the world's population, and we will have 20% of the world's wealth. So if God came to you today and said, hey, I give you one wish, it's a very simple wish. God, the world GDP wealth is $100 trillion today. India only has 3-4% of it, and US has 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's wealth. Can you make it equal, God? Can you look at the 196 countries? Whatever country has whatever population, give them that percent of the GDP. Everybody will be the same, rich and poor. Simple wish, right? One stroke, and all of the world's problems are solved. So in the year 2500, I promise you, my guarantee, I won't be here anyway, so nothing you can do, and neither will you be here. But if you look at all of the statistics and all of the projections, this is what's going to happen. The year 2500. Indians are the most populous nation in the world. There's more Indians floating around in the world than any other race. We will have 20% of the world's population, 20% of the world's GDP. So now look at this chart. The last 500 years, India, rich, 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 poor, 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 and slowly it begins the climb. Maybe 150 years we'll get to 20%, maybe 200 years, maybe sooner. Now imagine somebody speaking in this room in the year 2500 and with the chart of the last 1,000 years of GDP. Hey, what happened to India? It was such a great country. Well, the British came, we lost it. Okay, we lost in the year 2000, we were only 2.5% of the world's wealth. Okay, we lost it. And then we climbed back up from 2.5% to 20% of the world GDP. Then somebody in the room, while putting that, I should have brought that chart, putting that chart up in the year 2500, somebody in the audience is going to say, hey, from 2000 to 2100 to 2050, India climbed back up a lot. What happened? What kind of people were living? Fine, the Britishers came and India lost, but the climb back up, forefathers, what kind of people were living that created this climb back up and India made rich again, or at least on the path to being rich again? What kind of people were there? You want to meet these people right now? Look to the left and look to the right. This room, us, we're the kind of people that are going to create an immense amount of wealth. An immense. And how are we going to do it? We're going to go to school, we're going to get educated, we're going to continue learning for as long as I live. I finished another degree last year and I'm doing another one right now. Perpetual. Live as if we were to, learn as if we were to live forever, live as if we were to die tomorrow. We're going to learn, we're going to have ethics, we're going to pay our taxes, we're going to make sure we don't elect corrupt politicians, we're going to have a fair system, an open system, we're going to create entrepreneurships, we're going to create lots of jobs, and we're going to create a lot of wealth. One of the ways we're going to do it is through TIE. So if you look at how in the history human beings have become successful and communities and countries have become successful, the model is very simple. You want a forest that looks beautiful, make sure each tree is looking beautiful. So first, we educate ourselves and make sure that each one of us is good. I don't care how much you've studied in life. Go back to college tomorrow, please. Each one of us will be good and educated. And then if you look at, I'm at a school in Hyderabad and I'm the oldest person there, and I walk into the exam room and people look at me like, what's wrong with you? And why are you in school in Hyderabad? I come every 6 months to take my exams. So societies are built by first individually we get everybody good, and then we create organizations to help us. Chambers of Commerce, Rotary, Lions Club, Toastmasters, and social organizations, religious organizations, political organizations, family organizations, health organizations, and business networking entrepreneurship organizations like Thai. This is why we started Thai in 1992 in Silicon Valley, because we saw what was coming, and for Venkatesh to start a company here to struggle amongst friends and all, if you have a Thai networking organization whose job it is to impart education, have networking, provide you with senior management talent, provide you with experienced people. So at Thai we have a rule that Vinods and Venkats of the world, any one of you starting an organization needing help, we don't say no. We'll spend hours, dedicate as much time as required. And the motto of Thai is to create wealth. At the end of the day, we want to create more jobs, create more startups, and make Madurai rich again. And now we started in Silicon Valley. I started the second chapter of Thai in Los Angeles in September 16th, 1997. In a room like this, there were about 100 people in the room. And it was September 16th, and it was third Wednesday of the month. And people in the room like had never heard of Thai. And we're like, what is this Thai? And I made a commitment in that room